Hey, 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 it's Rebecca, and you are listening to Resilient by Design. Today's Shorty episode is unplanned. Vera had recommended I record one about money mindset because we have an episode of our private podcast for our Power of Process students that talks about that. And it's like a really popular episode. But I'm a firm believer in meeting you guys where I'm at right now and just being truthful and honest and sharing what's on my mind and what lessons I'm learning, because I've realized that when I learn from an experience and then I share that with you, it helps you more and it helps me too, right? Well, it helps me process what I've just gone through and what's going on. So today I want to talk about your gut and intuition. So here we go. All right. I'm Rebecca Hay, and I've built a successful interior design business by trial and error, podcasts, online courses, and so many freaking books. Over the last decade, I've grown from an insecure student to having false starts to careers, and now I'm finally in the place where I want to be. Throughout my journey, it's been pretty obvious that I'm passionate about business and helping other entrepreneurs do the same. Each week, I'll share tangible takeaways from my own experience and the experiences of other badass women to help you build your confidence and change your business. Over the past couple of years, I've been working with a coach. Her name is Mary Hyatt. For those of you who took spring Power of Process, you would have seen her bonus live training. She joined us for a live phenomenal training all about mindset and intuition. And I've been working with her one-on-one. And when I first wanted to work with her, I really just wanted to work on my business. Like, where is my business going? I've got these two businesses. How do I navigate these changes in my life? Where do I want to go? Help me figure out get some clarity. And what we really landed on was my need to clarify what my intuition is saying. And understanding also based on my own human design, which is I'm a generator, that if anybody doesn't know what human design is, it is not like a test, but you can access, I don't even know how to describe it. That's not what today's podcast is about. Go online, Google human design. I do have a resource that I can share with you guys that I use for my own human design. So we'll try and include that in the show notes. And if we don't have it, just DM me on Instagram, where you essentially enter in your date of birth, where you were born, and the time you were born. And it generates, based on astrology and all this craziness, your human design. And it's really about how you operate in the world, how you respond to the world around you, your personality. It's like so freaking fascinating. I've been really diving into my report, but we found out from working with her that I'm a generator, and I do best when I respond to what's going on, as opposed to going out there and trying to manifest and make things happen. And so this is my long-winded way of explaining how I got to talking about intuition. And I remember some of my first calls with her, I was like, I don't even know, how the heck do I even know what my intuition is saying? Like, she's like, well, what does it feel like in your body? And I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean, what does it feel like in my body? I don't know. But then over the months and better part of a year working with her, I started to learn when my body was experiencing a yes or a no, my gut instinct and what it looks and feels like. And so I thought I would share that here with you, because what I've been intentional about this year, 2024, has been only going down a path and doing things that my body is telling me, yes, let's do it. And then anytime I have hesitation or reservation or feel like, I am saying no. This is a relatively new concept for me. I've been doing this a little bit in my personal life, but what I can share in my professional life with you is that most recently, we had planned to do and launch a summer pop-up academy. I have all these little courses. I have all these templates that I would love to share with you guys. I have content that I've shared and sold to people in the past, but this hasn't been available since. just because it feels like it's a lot of work to get it up and running. And I was like, we're going to do this pop-up summer academy. It was actually someone on my team's idea. And we'll see how it goes. If people want to just grab little bite-sized things to learn from me, and then people can grab it anytime they want. We'll just do it for the summer. We'll see. And if that idea flies, we can launch something bigger in the year ahead. And as we were getting close to it, I was like, something's just feeling like I was feeling resistance. Like, if I do this, my summer is going to feel chaotic because I'm going to be scrambling to make sure everything is uploaded. And like, you know me, like with my courses, I want to make sure everything is done really well. It's very professional. I want to make sure that there's the right worksheets. I want to make sure, and that takes time. So I wasn't leaving myself enough time to get everything up and running. And then I started to think, oh my gosh, but then we've got Power of Process comes back in the fall. There's a lot of work to get that course up and out the door. And I thought, what we're going to do is then we're going to be behind the 8 ball again with another course launch. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. And then finally I was in a meeting with Sarah, my marketing manager, and she was like, well, what if we just put a pause on it? Or something like that. And I was like, oh, I felt a sense of relief in my body. And immediately I knew it's not the right time. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it in the future, but I immediately trusted my body. My body was like, okay, I'm trying to push, push, push. The reason I'm telling you this story is not really to have anything to do with me and my summer pop-up academy idea. I think it's a great idea, but was to, and maybe I'll get in trouble for me mentioning this. We should probably surprise you guys with this next year or something. I don't know. But it was to give you an example of the power of trusting your intuition, especially in business. And I think sometimes, no, most of the time, many of us are so trained to look at pros and cons, check things off a list. Should I do this thing or should I do that thing? Should I charge them this much money or should I charge them that much money? Should I take on this project or not? Should I hire this person? Should I fire that person? All of that. Should we get an office or a studio? Should we not? So many decisions that we make in our businesses, and we don't listen to how it feels inside our body. And so this Shorty episode is really meant, if not for anything else, to get you to take a pause. And I'm sure if you're listening right now and you might be going through a situation in your life or in your business where you can't make a decision, you're feeling a little frustrated, and you don't know what answer's the right answer, pause and feel what it feels like in your body. Do you get excited about it? Does it light you up? Does it feel like a hell's yes? That's your body saying, aha, I want to do this thing. But if your body's feeling resistance, you're feeling frustration, maybe you're feeling tense or like, oh, you're dreading a project or a client. I just turned down a project that came to us that I'd done a consultation a few years ago during the pandemic. And they came back to me and they were lovely people with a lovely decorating job. And they came back to me via email. They're like, okay, we're ready to go. And I'm like, who is this again? Oh, wow. That was a while ago. Like, if I'm going to do this project, I'm going to have to do another consultation. We'll probably need to requote it because like our prices have changed in the last 4 years. I got to think about, okay, who would be the team members that I would need to bring on to support me in this project. And I was starting to feel like this sense of like in my throat overwhelm of, I don't even know if I want to do that. I don't even think that's in alignment with where I am today with the goals that I have in 2024. And so I turned down the project. I offered up a colleague of mine for this design client and said, I'd love to connect you with this person. I think their style would be in alignment and they're going to be available. They're geographically close to you. And so it felt like a relief, though it was very scary to say no to something. Once I did it, it felt like, again, oh, thank God I don't have to do that thing. So all that to say, if you are going through a situation in your life or in your business where you can't come up with a decision, you can't decide what to do, can you recognize how your body feels? Do you get like, oh, yes, excited about something? Or do you feel like, no, not for me? And listen, I am on my journey and I am still like, I feel like I'm at the tip of the iceberg on this journey of learning to trust my gut and my intuition and really being able to hear it when it shows up. And I do not always follow because I still sometimes get a little bit overthinky and I take in a million and one opinions. And then I'm like, I don't know, should I move? I feel like I should move. Maybe I don't want to move. And then once it gets so muddled, it is really hard to know what your instinct is telling you. So it's when your instinct kicks in, when the first question is asked of you or the first idea is presented, how does it feel? Does it excite you? Does it make you nervous, but it's still exciting? Or does it make you feel dread? These are clues. These are clues because for too long, I have ignored these feelings in my body. I have been in unsafe situations as a 20 something, knowing I shouldn't get into that car where we're all piling on top of each other on a Spanish highway where the person's going 180 kilometers an hour, no one's wearing seatbelts, and everyone's been drinking all night. I did not trust my body. My body said no, but I was so more focused on the peer pressure, on all the things in the outside. And there's so many situations in my life, and I'm sure many of you, especially women, can relate to this. You probably there's like a Rolodex in my mind of all the times where I knew I should have trusted my instinct and my intuition, but I was afraid to because of outside factors, external pressures. And imagine what a world this place would be, what a place this world would be if we as humans trusted that inner guidance and made decisions more from that place. I actually believe that my future is going to look a lot different the more I hone in on this skill. And I'm excited and I'm slowing down and I'm trying to pause and listen and journal. And this might be a little woo woo for you. So don't worry, we'll get back to the actionable takeaways in the next episode. But I felt like it was a message I needed to share because I know there are people listening right now who are unclear, don't know what to do, and are not trusting their own instincts. Your body and your mind are connected and they know what's best for you. They know more than your mother, your brother, your sister, your friend, the guy next door, the client, the employee. You know what is right for you. Even if it's scary, this is your excuse to lean into it and see what happens. All right. There's my woo-woo shorty for you. I'd love to know which shorty episodes are resonating with you more. Is it like these random woo-woo moments with Rebecca sharing her deepest, darkest secrets? Probably not, but hey, hell, let me know. Or is it the little interviews with designers? Or is it quick, actionable, like do this, that, and the other, and you'll get that? I don't know. Let me know. This is all a fun, wild roller coaster. I'm just trusting my gut, showing up here, sharing the things as I go through them. I hope you guys enjoyed that shorty episode. We'll see you soon.